If you're clicking on this video, you probably are taking or planning on taking AP Research. And you probably already know that AP Research requires the creation of a 5,000 word essay. Now, this essay has multiple important parts to it: the introduction, the lit review, the method section, the discussion section, the results section, the conclusion section, and the references section, right? So in this video, we're going to be talking about the method section, trying to get you to understand completely what it's about, and trying to make sure that you hit all the targets. Before we get started, let's take a look at the AP Research Method Section Guidelines. Under the Search and Report Process page, the score of 5 states that the student logically defends the alignment of a detailed, replicable research method to the purpose of the inquiry. So, let's take a look at this spoof research method section. This paper is completely fake, and the only true aspect of it is the professional formatting. I've provided a basic abstract here just to summarize what this method section is even referring to. And as we can see, the research question is asking, is the process of magical transmogrification in regards to Himalayan mountain goats positively exacerbated when performed in locations where NBA superstar Lebron James once resided? It is important that throughout your method section, you don't go off track from your research question. If we look at the first sentence, we can see that 30 Himalayan mountain goats will be transformed into giant redwood trees through the process of magical transmogrification. Right off the bat, we are stating what our research is involving. What is happening? The Himalayan mountain goats are going to be turned into Sequoiadae redwood trees. We then proceed to state the process by which this will happen, magical transmogrification, and then further define its meaning and purpose in a footnote. Next, we continue to support our research with the mentioning of aid from an expert advisor. We state that magic will be performed under the guidance of esteemed warlock Junk Bungler Afghanifrance, and then proceed to state its qualifications in regards to wizardry, which is our discipline. Following this, we state where the Himalayan mountain goats came from. It is important to recognize potential gaps in your method section that need to be filled. For example, if this research is being performed in America, how are we going to gain access to Himalayan mountain goats? So, we state where the goats are coming from: the Jebedion-Hebler Himalayan Mountain Goat Sanctuary in Cleveland, Ohio. And then give reasoning as to why the mountain goats could not be directly sourced from the Himalayan mountains themselves. In addition, we mention that the goats coming from the Mountain Goat Sanctuary are in good condition to be transformed. Once again, we continue to fill in little gaps within our methods. Obviously, certain wands can backfire or perform poorly when attempting magic. Due to this fact, the reliability of the research at hand could be less than satisfactory for the AP Research rubric. Again, we are attempting to logically and reliably defend our research inquiry. So, we state what the wand is constructed of and where it came from. We also strictly state what actions will be taken if a wand were to break while the research was being performed. Now, we get into another aspect of our research method. While we are indeed utilizing magical transmogrification, our research involves another step. Due to the fact that our research is meant to weed out goat imposters, as mentioned earlier, we must consider the idea that imposters could be among the goat batch retrieved from the goat sanctuary. Although all of the goats were in good health and in proper condition to be transmogrified, as stated, it is common knowledge that imposters can take on all of the physical properties of the creatures that they mimic. However, due to the fact that mental properties of the mimic creatures are not reciprocated by the imposter, a survey was sent out to each goat in order to ward off potential imposters. We also mention an important source here, as people may not know that goats are experts in the subject of chemical engineering, Russian interpretation, marine biology, and 1900 to 1905 known history. The specific question used in the survey, the specific questions used in the survey are then reproduced to provide a visual aid to readers. This is also to prove that the main objective of testing these skills is accurately fulfilled. Finally, we talk about how exactly the transmogrification will occur and how the results will be measured. We also talk about how our results will be analyzed because the results section will only be providing the results and the discussion section will only be talking about them. We need to make sure that we cover how our data will be analyzed. In conclusion, the precise completion of the AP Research Method section is a necessary skill if success is wanted within the AP Capstone program. I hope that through this video you were able to learn some precise goals and targets for the completion of this aspect.